AITA for refusing to babysit my stepdaughter so my husband can attend his brother's wedding? This story is a little complicated, so I'll try and sum it up. Myself, 26F, and my husband, 33 meters, have been married for 5 years. 3 years ago, he had an affair with Jane, 31F. We are part of a large friend group and Jane is a part of that friend group. Their affair lasted a few months and then ended when he came to me to tell me that she was pregnant. She wanted to keep the baby, but he was sorry and wanted things to work between us. After a short separation, and a lot of counseling, I decided to give him a second chance under 2 conditions. 1. We attend couples counseling and 2. He be part of his daughter's life. It was difficult but we managed to find a co-parenting situation that worked best for us. However, it required a lot of sacrifice on my part. Jane was adamant she wanted to continue her career, and therefore needed childcare from when the baby was a few weeks old. She was nervous about daycare, so my husband said that I would have to give up my job to take care of her, as I made the least money between us. We have her 1 week. Jane has her the next. So I'm basically a full-time stepmom 1 week and a babysitter the next, the second. And probably biggest sacrifice is that my husband has only ever wanted 1 kid. This is it for him. He has said he would consider a second child, this time with me, when his daughter is a little older. But it was important I accept that he might decide that he doesn't want another ever. As someone who has always wanted to be a mother, this was hard. But I have had the privilege of watching my stepdaughter grow and I wanted my marriage to work. A few months ago, my husband got invited to his brother's wedding. His brother is marrying Jane's best friend, and she is a bridesmaid, so they plan to attend together, which would leave me taking care of my stepdaughter. Usually this would be fine, as I love her very much. But the weekend of the wedding is also my birthday weekend, and my best friend had planned a trip away for us both. I told my husband at the time, and he assured me he would talk to Jane about alternative childcare. Fast forward to last night. My husband casually tells me that Jane isn't comfortable with anyone else looking after their daughter, so I will have to cancel my trip. The wedding is this weekend, so I told him there was no way I was letting my friend lose the money she spent on the trip. They had months to figure this out. I was going to attend my birthday trip and they would have to decide which one of them missed the wedding. My husband got angry and told me I was an arsehole if I made him miss his brother's wedding, because Jane had made it clear she was not compromising on attending. Things have been tense since, and I'm starting to wonder if I'm being selfish here. So AITA? NTA, did you seriously quit your job to take care of your husband's affair baby? And you are potentially sacrificing having your own child because he only wants one? I would literally rather die alone. Why would you want to save this marriage? It sounds literally awful. Girl, he and Jane are 100% still together. They are straight up using you. Leave now and never come back. NTA, but you'll be an asshole to your future self if you stay. OP. NTA. But you are being so thoroughly disrespected in your marriage. You have been cheated on. Forced to deal forever with your husband's affair partner. Forced to give up your job. Forced into giving up having children. What has your husband had to give up throughout this situation? A situation he caused when he couldn't keep his dick in his trousers. You're 26. I'm saying this from a place of care. Please consider leaving him. Your life will not get better with this man. It will only get worse as he makes you cut off more pieces of yourself to fit into what he requires from you. That's not even getting into the age gap. Oh dear. Why are you leaving these two take control of your life? You don't have a job. Can't be a mom and can't go if Jane and your husband don't want? They are taking advantage of you. Ask yourself if it's worth. Are you really happy? NTA. Is this real? Op. Open your eyes. Your husband prioritizes the wants and needs of Jane and his daughter, and you are his live-in childcare. He doesn't even want to bring you to his brother's wedding? On your birthday? For a weekend? He doesn't want to do anything nice for you? What in the fuck? I really feel like YTA for being so desperate to stay married to this man that you're not seeing it. This guy is clearly still in some kind of relationship with Jane and you're fine with it? This is so bizarre. You gave up your way of making money to raise the child that was a product of his affair. And the reason you may not have a child of your own? Jesus Christ, run. Op. Your husband as an awe. Really, my vote is NTA. But if you stay with him, YWBTAH. NTA. But girl, is this marriage really worth it? Really? You're giving up your dream of children for a man who couldn't keep his dick in his pants and had his one and done child with another woman. You gave up your job, career to look after that child. Now he wants you to give up your birthday present trip because neither he or his affair partner want to look after her while they go to a family wedding together. Are you sure their affair is ended? Even if it is, are you really okay with being the person who makes all the sacrifices all of the time? Because honestly, to a stranger's eyes, this situation is looking perilously close to coercive control, financial abuse. Take your birthday trip. Let the parents of the child look after that child for once, and spend it really thinking about what you want your future to look like. NTA. But why the fuck did you decide to stay with this guy? First, there was the cheating. He got one of your friends pregnant. You had to give up your career to babysit his kid. You have to wait to have a kid of your own because your husband only wanted one. How much more are you going to sacrifice? Cut your losses. Get a divorce. Fuck him and Jane. You're shouldering the responsibility of both him and Jane. And that's just not right. NTA. I'm going to say it. This reeks of your husband being upset because now he and Jane can't have a kid-free wedding hookup. If that's not the case, then he needs to quit making this your problem and simply hold the line with Jane that you're not available. But as everyone else is saying, you really need to think about how much longer you're willing to be the third wheel in this arrangement. After you get back from your trip. That is. So you give up your career to raise the product of your husband's infidelity and support his partner in infidelity's career. You give up your own chance at children because your husband is happy with having the one bastard. Now you are supposed to give up your plans so that hubby and his affair partner can go off to a wedding together? NTA. But no. Just no. You have to start advocating for yourself and stop putting Jane's needs and husband's needs before your own. Really not trying to be a jerk here, but from the outside it seems like Jane and your husband are the couple and you are the nanny. If I were you, I would tell them that all of the free childcare ends now. And they can figure that shit out themselves. Honey, why have you given up yourself for this man? Your job, your dreams, your life. You've thrown it all away for him? NTA. But you owe yourself better. NTA. I can see others have commented the same. But I'm saying this in the most gentle and kind way. Don't waste your time on a man that doesn't cherish you. Your post was painful to read. The situation you're in is unbelievable. Please do consider leaving him and his family. NTA and WTF did I just read? Take the trip and stay on the trip. As for your hubby? Why are you still with him? The level of disrespect from him is mind-boggling. Run. Run far away. Don't look back. This is an incredibly unfair dynamic where you have given away all of your power. You literally have less say in your relationship than the woman your husband had an affair with. You have given up your career, your chance at being a mother, and frankly, yourself as a person. You are literally the unpaid help at this point. Go on your trip. Let your husband figure out how to parent. Hell, let the mother figure out how to parent. You are looking down the barrel of the next 5 to 10 years of your life. Do you even have your own bank account and credit cards that are not joint with your husband, or have you been stripped of any financial independence as well? I also get a whiff of "one more time for old times" for your husband and Jane, which is why everyone is so adamant that you stay home and be the nanny. NTA. You've made plenty accommodations. This is the one you can ask for. He wants you to compromise. But Jane can't, and her feelings and commitments are more important than his to you? No. Absolutely not. Stand your ground on this. You've done plenty and he needs to see this. If he doesn't want anyone else to look after her, this is his problem, not yours. And with his history, I'd really wonder what is truly going on here. You are married to this man, but seemingly not even invited to his brother's wedding. So he just attends with his ex-affair? Also, 5 years of marriage? When did you start dating? Not saying that if it was recent, the age gap would matter that much. But something here screams, barely legal. You're young. You deserve better. I don't say that often. But you need to read the writing on the wall here. You love him so much more than he loves you. There are people out there who will return your love equally, not punish you for their mistakes. Please get out of this. I am pretty sure they never ended this affair and you are their free childcare. Run. NTA. But why would you forgive this man? He has an affair, has a kid, her, forces you to give up your career to watch the kid, and tells you no more kids. Like WTF? This dude deserves nothing. NTA. Your husband has some fucking nerve. You've sacrificed a huge deal, including your desire to have your own child. Listen, he's got to have his cake and eat it too. Why anyone would tolerate this level of bullshit is beyond me. NTA. I am speechless. The fact that you are still in that marriage baffles me completely. You deserve so much better. Giving up having children because the man you married cheated on you and got another woman pregnant? Fuck. And you even have to take care of that child. This story is so insane that I almost think it's fake. Honestly, in none of your posts do I see where your husband loves you, respects you, and sees you as an equal. He cheated, made you leave your job so you could raise his affair baby. You are not an equal to him, you're a tool to boss around and live in nanny. They don't even bother to find alternative childcare knowing it's your birthday weekend because they think they can just bully you into doing it. You already did the therapy, just walk away. He's horrible. Edit. NTA. NTA. Wow, that's a lot to unpack. Your husband has never had your back. He cheated on you. Then, my husband said that I would have to give up my job to take care of her. What? You had to give up your job because your husband's mistress's career took precedence, leaving you to care for his affair baby? What? And now, on top of all of that, he expects you to throw away a birthday trip your friend paid for to care for this child? This is insane. You need to divorce this man. I know it's not what you want to hear, but his mistress is clearly more important to him than you are. NTA accept to yourself for allowing this to become your life. Why would you ever have accepted all of the asshole things your husband has decided for you?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.